Hey, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the Riff Circle where we talk all things music. I'm Miles, and I'm here with Mike. We're going to continue pressing on Record Store Day. We've had a few videos come out where we talk all things Record Store Day. We're leading up to it. So now, Mike, as you know, we put together our top three picks.
Yes.
We got a couple honorable mentions towards the end. All right, we're going to jump into it real fast. Mike, what's your first pick? We're doing top three must-haves. What's on your list for this Record Store Day?
Yeah, so my first pick that I've got, it's kind of a twofer, because it's one artist, but two albums that are coming out. And it's Masayoshi Takanaka, Japanese
Oh,
guitar player. We get two import releases coming from him, which is On Guitar and All of Me. I lumped them together as one pick because
yep.
I'm hoping that I can just find them as one since it's the same artist and both. It's a Record Store Day exclusive. Each album is being pressed to 2,500. I think these are going to be pretty hard to find. Um, they are color vinyl as well. I'm assuming, well, this is an exclusive. We're going to see a black pressing or something that's going to come out down the road of them. I can't imagine that we're not going to see another pressing of these
Yep.
coming further. I'm not sure what the color of each one is. They just say exclusive color.
Mm-hmm.
And these are both earlier albums of his, which is the preferred era of his that I like. So I'm definitely planning on getting them. Now they are import albums, so they do come with a heftier price tag. So I'm hoping to balance.
That's
I
right.
thankfully have a couple gift cards to use for the store. So I'm thinking that if I can find them at the store I want, if I can, and I can use the gift cards, that will help offset the price. I'm looking at like the one is right around $76. The other one is like 55, which is quite a bit for, I think they're both 2 LP.
Yeah,
Um,
and
but
that's an
bit pricey
ongoing
for those imports.
thing we've talked about for Record Store Days. You are definitely paying a premium for these. Every release is a premium price, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
definitely feel it with the imports. Obviously a Japanese artist, so you're gonna pay for that shipping one way or another, my friend.
Yeah, and he's recently became very popular, so that's why I'm wondering. I might have to be there early. I talked to my local store. They said they're getting two copies of each in.
In
With the price tag, could help them sit a little bit longer because you could get two, three albums for the price of one. But we'll see. So that's my first one. If I can see it, I'll probably be getting it.
beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we'll go to my number three in my top three. This one was a sleeper for me. I'd never heard of this, and one of the things in our other videos we've done is RSD tips and tricks where we talk about things that will help you be successful in record store day. And one of the tips and tricks was just listen to stuff off the list randomly, and that's what I did, and
Yeah.
it ended up making my cut here. Is Adrianne Lenker.
Okay.
So it's an RSD exclusive, pressed to 300. It's a 3 LP. And it's a live set. It's so this one's kind of interesting. It's a documentary style live album, and what that
Interesting.
means when I was sampling it is it document. So you've got the set list and the show, and in between, it's a documentary style where they have little bits, some like interlude tracks where she's just talking, to the camera, like you would in an interview style. That's kind of like sprinkled throughout
Like
the set
interview, like
list.
documentary interview style.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So it's not just a live album from start to finish. In between the live tracks are little interview snippets or just random recording snippets of her walking around, and things like that. So something different. I don't have anything like that in my list.
Yeah.
And I was sampling it and I really liked it. It's got that intimate acoustic feel to the show, which I really
I like
like.
that.
It's just her with the acoustic guitar. The audience and the setting I think is a intimate type of setting, so something different, and I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. So for me, Adrienne Lenker, RSD exclusive, that's my number three.
Yeah.
Mitch, what do you got for your number two slot?
Yeah, we definitely do like those where if you feel a vibe from it, right? And I feel
Exactly,
like
yeah,
that's how that sounds. Like it
100%.
feels like you're at the coffee shop or you're at the show. It
Mm-hmm.
kind of ties you in a little bit more. So,
Exactly.
good pick, good pick. I'm gonna have to sample that one. I
It's
didn't I
good.
didn't even check that one out. I'm
Yeah,
I'm intrigued by it.
I liked it.
Uh, Next one I've got. This one's probably not going to be as popular. I think it might sit, but I need it for the collection. So it's a Baby Metal live at the O2 Arena. I'm a big Baby Metal fan, and this is I need to complete the collection.
Yeah.
So it's a discography completion.
Yep.
It's one of those where I feel like I have to get it just because I can't have a missing hole on the shelf
I know
of
what
an
that's
album.
like.
So I'll be picking that one up. It's pressed to 3,000. It is an exclusive. It's on clear vinyl, I think is what it said. Like I said, it's not a super expensive. I think it's like $25. Not a super expensive one. It's probably not one there's going to be tons of people hunting down for or waiting in line for.
Yep.
But it's one that I personally just need to fill
Sure.
my collection and get that void filled. So pretty excited about it. A lot of good features. It's off their tour from their most recent release, which is a
Nice.
great album. If anyone hasn't heard, a lot of great features and things on it. So that's going to be my second one that I'm hoping to include.
Beautiful. Yeah, I saw that on the list, and I had a feeling you were going to go and hunt that one down. So very, very
Yeah,
solid. Very solid.
yeah.
My number two is the Billy Strings Tiny Desk. It's an
Mm,
RSD exclusive, 7,000 pressed. It's a 1 LP. At 7,000, I don't think I'm going to have to line up for for it or anything like that. But I think over time it will sell out at some point.
yeah,
7,000 is a healthy number, but his demand is starting to climb, and he's got a
it is.
his listening base is a vinyl core. So
Yeah.
that it will be, people will get this, and I think he will sell out of all 7,000 at some point. The main reason I'm getting it, one, I like Billy Strings, but I
Hmm.
want to support the Tiny Desk
I agree.
releases. I want more of those. For those of you who have seen the Tiny Desk, the YouTube channel, you already know what they bring to the table. They bring to the table a master class in audio and sound engineering. What they
Hmm.
can do for recording in that tiny space is insane. I don't know what
Yeah,
they're paying their
yeah.
engineers, but it's not enough. I
They're doing a good
promise you.
job.
It's insane. So the audio quality you already know is going to be ridiculously good. And then, obviously I've sampled I've watched the Billy Strings Tiny Desk, so I know what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
It's just a various string section that he's got with him, and they knock it out of the park. But I would love to see more of these Tiny Desk releases. So it's a Billy Strings, that's a no-brainer. Tiny Desk Quality's got their stamp on it, which I think is good. And I think if people buy these, it'll push them more to releasing these, and that's what I want to see. So all around win for me, and
Hmm.
what I want to see, and the way I can support what I believe is good quality
Yeah.
releases. So that's my number two, for my top three list. We're gonna kick it over to you, Mike, for your first honorable mention
All
or
right.
honorable
All right.
mentions. You might have more than one. What do you got for us?
I got one. I will say though that the Billy Strings one you just mentioned is definitely high up on my want and maybe list, and I am notorious for impulse buy. So I
Yeah.
have a feeling if I see that, I'm going to be leaving with that one as well. So, uh,
And the folks listening, we trimmed it to three today, plus some honorable
yeah,
mentions. But we it's going to be more than three that we're going to leave with. But these three are the top
yeah,
ones. Yeah.
yeah. We'll follow up
Yeah.
with a haul video of kind of what we picked up.
For
But
sure.
I always spend too much and I get caught up in the moment. Exactly what we said in our previous video about
To
don't get caught
avoid.
up in the hype and the FOMO.
Yep.
I don't take my own advice and I have that happen pretty
Same.
much every single time. So. But honorable mention. Uh, this is a pretty exciting one for me. It's Junkie XL, a Saturday Teenage Kid. So this is a '90s, mid '90s, late '90s dance kind of electronic dance album. A little bit nostalgic to me. There were some video games I played when I was younger that this album had a lot of songs off of it in the album.
Interesting.
This is I learned of a Junkie XL and KMFDM and a lot of different bands like that all at the same time from kind of the same video game soundtrack. So seeing this on the list was exciting. I immediately put it on the have to get list. Pressed to 1100, blue vinyl, all really exciting. Now the problem with it is it's like 60 plus dollars,
It's a
which
lot.
again it's another pricey one, and that part is like for really just pure nostalgia is why I'm getting it. It's probably not one I'm going to play all the time, but it's one I
Yep.
just want to be able to say, hey, I've got my childhood.
Yeah.
Is why, and that's what makes it tough. That's why it kind of fell on the honorable mention list. If I see it, I'm probably going to buy it still and overpay that price only because it's actually kind of hard to find the CD as well for this one. So I
Interesting.
haven't even been able to track that down. I'm sure I could get it online, but I like supporting local and getting it in stores. So I
Yep.
haven't seen it in a store. So
Gotcha.
I'm sure if I went on eBay or something, but
Sure. Sure.
uh, so that's kind of my big honorable mention. It's the price tag. If this was 40, I would be like, yeah, I'm
Snap it
definitely getting
off.
it. That 60 price is just
It's a
like,
lot.
oh, I
Oh,
know I'm paying about 20 extra bucks
yep,
just because what it is. But yeah,
yep.
that's the one. Some Junkie XL.
Okay,
What do you got?
excellent. I have two honorable mentions. First one is
Okay.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts live at the Ritz
Mm,
NYC 1981. The
good
reason
call.
I'm
Good call.
passing on this one is I listened to an album from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts live same year. It might be the same album. I couldn't verify that because I couldn't
Uh,
verify if it was live at the Ritz or not. But it was of the same year, and the audio
mhm.
quality was really bad. And it was an official release through
Oh,
their streaming through streaming through
okay.
Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. So it was an official release
Yeah.
by them. The audio quality on that release was very poor, and so I'm gonna wait on this one. I want it, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get it until I see some people tell me that the audio quality is good. Because I'm worried. I don't want to spend a premium on this and have it be poor. That's a feel bad.
Yeah.
So
And what's the pressing amount on that
I
one?
actually don't have it up, but I think it's 3,000. I want to say. I can take a look though in a second. But so
So
yeah, but
it,
Joan Jett and
if the quantity,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, with the quality being, how it is, a little bit more bootleg, I could see that sitting and maybe picking it up later.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm going to monitor that one. Let's see. It was pressed to 4,500. So, right in the sweet
Oh
spot.
yeah,
And it's an RSD
yeah.
first. And it's an RSD first. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but the big
I
thing
can
for
see
me
that.
is just the quality. Once I hear that it's good quality, I'll be more apt to go and get it. But so that's
Sure.
my first honorable mention. Didn't quite make the cut because of that. The second honor, I got one more honorable mention, and this one is near and dear to me because this is a top 20 band for me. Okay, is Motorhead,
Wow.
Lost Tapes Volume 7.
Mm,
All
yeah.
right, I love Motorhead. I have all of their albums. I started chasing this Lost Tapes thing, and there's too many of these now. Okay, now I get it. It's Lemmy's 50th birthday, and that's kind of how they're selling you on it.
Mm,
But I've listened
yeah.
to it already. We have all of these songs times 7 now. Okay, and
Yeah.
they're not done in any different way than the past we've had it.
Right.
So I get it. So there are going to be Motorhead fans that have Motorhead at top 1, 2, or 3, and by all means, track this one down. I also get it. I'm a collection guy as well, but I have to stop chasing the Lost Tapes series.
Yeah.
This is where it ends for me. I think just because I listened to the first one and the third one a lot, and there's a couple that are kind of standouts. This to me didn't quite get there, and I think this is going to be a release. They're going to keep the estate is going to keep going with this for the foreseeable future, and so I'm going to check out and at this one but for me it's just the variation isn't there. We're seeing the same tracks performed the same way,
Yeah.
so I got to cut the cord on that one. So yeah, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and Motorhead, those are my two. Didn't quite make the cuts, but I wanted them to. So Mitchell, lead us off. What's your top pick? What's your must have for Record Store Day?
Yeah, my top pick that I'm going for, it's an item that's actually been on my my watch list, want list on Discogs for several years now because I just couldn't spend the price on it that it was going for, and it's Misfits Famous Monsters. So this album, I said I've wanted it for a while. So this is going to be an RSD exclusive. It's pressed to 4,000. Really cool looking pressing too. It says purple and green splatter. The mock-ups I've seen look like a purple green smush. I'm not sure what exactly it's going to be, but either or.
Yeah.
Purple and green match the cover perfectly for this one.
Yep.
I know this is a hot take being a Michael Graves era, not a Danzig era album, but being a 90s kid, this is kind of, this is the Misfits that I kind of first heard before
Yep.
then going back and learning the rest of them.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
this was kind of a big,
Same. This one always has a special spot, especially the song "Scream." That was my intro
yeah,
to Misfits, so I always
yeah,
associate this album with that song with them. I totally get it. This one was on my list, not top 3, but this is one. If I see it, I'm gonna walk away with it. I think it's a great pick.
Yeah, the pressings before, there's just a black pressing, and then I think there's a like a clear green. I think are the only two other pressings that you can get of it. It's very expensive. I like the album, but I don't like it enough to spend $300 on it. I do
Yeah.
like it enough to get in line in the morning for a couple hours to
Yeah.
get it for
Oh
$25.
yeah, no, for
Um,
sure.
so so this is the one that when I saw it on the list, I was like, well, definitely going to be waiting in line this year. I have to have that, and it's the value is there for the time invested for me
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah. No,
What
good
do
pick.
you and so what is your what's your top pick that's getting you out this year?
Listen, my top pick is a little bit stereotypical and I'm a little conflicted on it, to be honest with you. But Pink Floyd live 1975. I know it's
You're gonna
one a
say it.
lot of folks are gonna be looking to get. Pink Floyd's my number two band of all time. Now, this is why I'm conflicted on it. Okay, it's an RSD exclusive, 15,500 press, 4 LP. So they'll have them
Big
out there
pressing,
at
but big
15.
demand.
Yeah, 15,500. They'll have them out. You will see it. I think they will sell out at some point. I
Yeah,
don't
they
think it's
will.
going to be a day one sellout, but it's a big release for sure. This is the issue with me. Okay, this is a legendary bootleg recording. Okay, that's
Mm,
where. So I was like, all right, well, what does it sound like? I've sampled it, and for a bootleg, it's excellent. Okay,
mm,
and it gets the Steven Wilson treatment. Okay,
okay.
so it's got a proper mastering behind it as a bootleg. However, the vocal performance and vocal audio quality captured is not going to be up to what folks associate with a Pink Floyd standard. Just won't be. Okay. So I
Oh.
sampled Great Gig in the Sky. And this release is already out. It's just not on vinyl, it's on Blu-ray. So when they did the Wish You Were Here
Oh, is it?
50th, yeah, the Wish You Were Here 50th anniversary, you can get this recording already on Blu-ray and it's on streaming as well. So
Oh, I'm gonna have to sample it
yeah,
then. I
so
didn't
I
realize that.
sampled it. I sampled a few tracks. Great Gig in the Sky off of Dark Side of the Moon, one of my favorites of all time. It leaves a lot to be desired. The
Hmm.
the choir and the vocal performance that people come to know and love with that song is not good. People were in the comments on the streamings were saying this is rough. This is not a good
Wow.
performance.
Wow.
So I'm torn. On the one hand, Pink Floyd live on vinyl is so rare that it feels like I have to get it, and I will get it. But we associate as a fan base Pink Floyd with high quality, and this isn't going to be up to that standard. I think the
Yeah.
remaster did a great job with, I'm sure, very questionable source material,
Hmm.
but it's not going to be this pristine presentation that you would want. And it's gonna at 4 LP, it's gonna be in an RSD exclusive. It's gonna be a premium price tag. I'm sure between 70 and 100 for this
I
is.
think 85 around me is what I saw for
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, right in the ballpark. So it's gonna cost, but I'm gonna get it because I love Pink
Yeah.
Floyd. The set list is obscenely good.
Yeah.
So it's
You
it's all
you
there.
and you bring up a good point too with being rare being that it's Pink Floyd and live and vinyl. Now, one thing to note for anybody out there that's not keeping track of the news, especially with Pink Floyd, there was a rights change with their
That's right.
music. So if you've noticed all of a sudden recently there's been a lot more pressings, repressing, color pressings, things that they've never done before. I think that has to do with the rights change. So we may see a lot more of this stuff coming.
Yep.
And it does feel a little money grabby where you know that it's been like included in some other things and now they're doing some different stuff with it. So I
Yeah.
am leery a little bit on that topic
I
with it is are we just going to end up seeing more mass production of things?
yeah.
And is it just getting overhyped because the name?
Yeah, and this is a different topic for a different video, but I'll touch on it for just 20 seconds here. Is the way they did the Wish You Were Here 50th anniversary release. They made it tough on the fans.
They did.
They did several different mediums: CD, Blu-ray, vinyl, Super Deluxe, all these different kinds, and it was almost impossible to piece all of them together to get everything in one go. They
Unless
purposely
you
did
bought
it
everything.
unless you bought everything, and then if you did buy
Yep.
everything, while you had all of it, you had a ton of overlapping stuff as well.
Right.
And it
Yep.
just, as a fan, you're like, well, I don't think I need to spend $400 to get everything here. So I
Yeah.
do like that they're starting to trickle it out a little bit now that the hype is
Hmm.
over. But again, I'm sure, I'm positive that they have better recordings in their bank that they'll release down the road. But for right now, I will get this. Like I said, it's a top 2 band, but it's a bootleg, so the source material is not the best.
Yeah.
Folks, that's our top 3. What are your
Yes, it
picks? Drop
is.
them in the comments. What are your top 3? And is it worth waiting in the long lines for them? Are you going to go out in the lines? Remember, we're battling the Swifties. And for you Swifties, we come in peace. We want you guys to also get what you want for Record Store Day. It's all about supporting brick and mortar. Like the
Yeah.
video if you learned something. Subscribe for more Record Store Day leading up. We got a few more videos in the pipeline here. We're not done yet. We're not there yet. And then we got the post Record Store Day where we got the haul, and maybe we'll do some reviews and things
Yeah.
like that. So stick around and stay tuned for more. Mike, excellent list. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
And Mike and I will be back with more videos later. Take care, folks.